What's going on, guys? Today we're back with another video. Nike Outlet opened today and only got a couple pairs, but I didn't want to just pick up stuff just because it was cheap. I kind of did that with one of the pairs, not gonna lie, but didn't want to just grab random stuff. These actually, in the bigger sizes, comps look very nice. They're a little dusty, but it's the Air Max 720 Sunset. These came out to 71 bucks. Only pair they had, size 12.5. Bigger sizes in these, they're listed very high, and I've seen some, I haven't found a 12.5, only one on Go for $190, and that's new with box. So hopefully try and list around $170, $180, maybe even $190 on eBay. I haven't found any 12.5s, but we'll see what happens. I would honestly rock these. The 720 is definitely a crazy model, but the Sunset colorway does look nice. And I did notice, unfortunately, when I got back, I probably could have gotten an extra discount for this. There's a tip if you guys didn't know. You can get an extra discount if there's a little scuff on the front there. Unfortunate, but I'll try and get it out. If it doesn't come out, it'll still sell, because I still see size 12s used for $120 and they're selling, so these should do well. And even if worst comes to worst, I mean, I guess I could keep them. Let's get into the next one. Next up, we have a bunch of other resellers were grabbing these. I just walked into the aisle and there was like one pair left, so just decided to grab. I probably shouldn't have, looking back, just because comms are pretty terrible on them, but it was $30 new with box. That's tough to pass up on. And I had thought, because it was, I think it was a different colorway that was 39 plus 30, and then it would have been plus 20. And I thought this was the last pair of that, but no, it wasn't. So it was 39 just plus the 20. So, I mean, it's not terrible. I'll just see what happens with these. $31, I mean, can't really lose there. So it's like I said, like I have to definitely want to be careful with that during this. There's going to be a lot of clearance deals, but I want to make sure I'm buying good stuff and not just garbage. And probably shouldn't have bought this, but can't really lose at that price, and I'll just have to be careful for the next time. This model really failed for Jordan and Nike. I mean, I think the bread one did kind of good for them, but beyond that, I've just seen tons of outlets and seen people even finding them at Ross, Burlington, different colorways. So yeah, we'll see what we can get for these. Hopefully, I mean, we can at least after fees make double, but I don't necessarily see that happening, but we'll hold out for a good return on these. Next up, we got our find of the day, and it wasn't a sneaker actually. This is going to be hard to show on camera, so I'm going to put up a picture at the end, but it's a ACG woman's jacket. So I was looking through, there's a second one, but some guy had ended up snagging it while I was looking, so at least I got one. It's a Gore-Tex and ACG Nike jacket. And if you didn't know, ACG is kind of like a higher end brand, or line for Nike, and Gore-Tex is obviously collabed on many things. Nike, I feel like Converse too, so other stuff like that. And usually they have really, like, you know, durable materials and all that, and good for outdoors. But retail on this, suggested retail, it doesn't have the official tags, but it has just on the price tag, $650. And yeah, so I was shocked, but after it was $39.97 plus the 20% off, so had to grab them. Selling for around $170, $200. I did notice a couple dust marks, and it was hard carrying this around the store because it kept draping on the ground. Like, for context, it's just super long jacket, and it's a woman's small, so I can only imagine a large or XL. It's gotta be massive, but Yeah, overall, probably the best pickup of the day. We'll make good profit on this, even if it takes a good amount of time. But it looks like they're selling well. At least 179, they've been moving a good amount. At least in April, they were. So hopefully this moves. And so a few of the rules were you could only get 5 per style code, up to $3,000 spent, and 30 pairs. So I heard some outlets did 30 total items, but mine said you can get as many clothing items as you wanted. So I mean, I only found limited stuff, so those rules didn't really matter to me. But overall, the process was smooth. The checkout went quick, 10-15 minutes. It's a smaller outlet, so it's probably because of that. But if it was a regular big outlet, those are going to be swamped, and 20 people at a time. That's what I believe the count they said was, and probably the same for most outlets, depending on the size. This one, yeah, so overall, pretty good. The employees did a great job, and I'm very happy with how everything went, nice and smooth. And yeah, let me know what your experience was. If you had a bad one, good one, what happened at your outlet. Definitely curious to hear if people have had the same experience or different ones. And the last thing is they were basically disinfecting everything, so everything was being cleaned in between each buyer who went to the counter. They only had a limited amount of cashiers, but either way, it took quick. So it's good that they're doing that, keep everyone safe. And yeah, when you would bring the item to the counter, you put it down once they had cleaned the surface, and then you take a step back, and then they take a step forward and take the stuff, check it out, and then yeah, so they want to maintain the social distancing that way. They have some dividers, so it's going to be definitely an interesting world out there, and can't wait to hit more stores once they're open. And yeah, let me know also what kind of fines you're seeing out there. How, like, the outlet pricing, it was like I talked about before, it was pretty good, but it felt like it could have been better. For I guess they don't really need the clearance like that because they know they'll get plenty of people to go. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.